Hey traders, Michael from Elite Traders University here. Just going over our trade of the week, and once again it was on pound dollar. So as we came to the beginning of the week, this was our Sunday session, this was our Monday session, and obviously over here this was our Friday session. And so as we came into Monday, I actually expected us to have a reversal. Notice that we had actually been slowly trekking higher over into the end of the week, but I believe that this trend was starting to fade, and I was actually looking for a reversal into the first day of the week. So as London opened on Monday, which is about London Open is about here, so I believe that we were going to get some buying into the open of Monday, and then I was actually expecting a really nice sell-off. And sure enough, that's exactly what we got. So let's have a look at my deal map on CTrader. So as you can see, price moved up very sharply, and this is the Frankfurt opening, so this is the beginning of the European Open, and we get this massive sharp run up. And you know, most people, when they see a break of the high, now notice this was the high of the previous week. So when people see a high, you've got a whole lot of people buying here. Now, this is the wrong and worst time to buy, in my opinion, understanding how the banks trade. The banks aren't buying here, the banks are actually selling here. And so as you can see, as price shot up, I was selling at market. Okay, you can see selling at market, and on this particular occasion, I had about a 15 pip stop. And sure enough, we got an almost instant reversal down, and as you can see, I had multiple positions, and I took out my first series of positions very quickly at about plus 12, plus 13, plus 14 pips. Now what that does is that allows me to get into a break-even position on my last position, and if I'm correct, I can leave the last one or two positions remaining on that trade open for a longer position. So if you look at this particular trade, we can see that this is my risk. Let's just change the color here. This is the risk on my trade from my entry. So let's say about a 15 pip stop. So that's probably about, actually no, maybe it's less than that. It's probably about 12 pips. And so as you notice that my first take profit is actually about 1-to-1. So you can see that there. If we change this color, then you can see my first take profit at this point here is about 1-to-1, but it's on multiple positions. So now I'm not only in a break-free trade, I'm in a profitable trade, which can't lose. Even if my last two positions, let's say the price goes up from here, and let's say it takes me out, I'm still up 5 positions out of 7, so I can't lose. However, what happened was price actually went down, and so on my last remaining 2 positions, I made 1, 2, 3, almost 4-to-1 on the last 2. So this is the best way to trade, is actually to scalp your way into a swing trade if you can understand timing. If you can get precise timing by learning to trade with the banks, then that means that you're able to get into not only a profitable position very quickly, but then you're able to hold for a much more extended move down. And so if we look at my history for that day, here's my history here, and as I go through, you can see this is reflected up here. Okay, so about 185, 190 pips. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 positions were taken out very quickly at around plus 16, plus 14, plus 13, and the last 2 positions were kept for close to plus 50. Now if we actually look at the reason for getting out at that plus 50, you can see that we had previous support over on this side here. Okay, this was a place where price was actually going to slow down, and we can see that price actually did go a bit further, and then it reversed. Now I'm actually asleep during this whole period here because I'm based in New Zealand, and so I entered and I set my limit to take profit at this zone, 45 pips on the last two positions, a total of 185, 190 pips, and then we had a reversal. Now this was actually very, very tradable as well. There's an incredible setup and edge to buy into this market. However, I was asleep. I had closed out my first trades within about 20 minutes. Okay, so those first positions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, totals of about 100 pips. That was taken out in about 25, 30 minutes. And then the last positions I was asleep on. So when you learn to trade like this, you can maximize your time, you can maximize your trade efficiency, and it allows you to not be trading all day. You can make 150 to 200 pips very, very easily if you know when and how the banks are trading. So this is what we teach at Elite Traders University. So like the video, subscribe to my channel, and there's a link below that you can click to get in touch with me. We can talk to you about the courses that we offer. You can also look at our founder's YouTube channel, Greg McLeod, the founder of the university, and you can learn to trade like the banks, and you can learn to win. The reason why 95% of all traders fail is because they're trading against the banks. But if you can learn to trade from these positions and get asymmetric reward to risk, that guarantees you to be in the top 5% of traders in the world. So this is what we want to teach you. So get in touch with us and we will help you take your trading to the next level.